I'm a bit late to this party. Alibaba Qwen has introduced Qwen3-Max-Preview Instruct. This is their biggest model in the Qwen series with over 1 trillion parameters. It is available via Qwen Chat and Alibaba Cloud API. So what they are saying is that this particular model is better than their previous best model, which is the 235 billion parameter model. It has stronger performance, broader knowledge, better at conversations, agentic tasks, and instruction following. So we can test it out and at Qwen Chat. So that's what I'm doing over here. So what I said over here was create me a 3JS road rash game. All code should be in a single file, and this code should run on a Chrome browser. Make the graphics beautiful. So here the model selected is Qwen3-Max-Preview. By default, if you go to chat.qwen.ai, this is the model which is present. Okay, but otherwise you can select the model Qwen3-Max-Preview. So it has actually generated the code over here. You can actually preview the code here for the road rash game. Let's go to the preview. It also has this artifacts window. But what I also did was I downloaded the code and I ran it locally, right? So the code, it looks something like this, the road rash game. And if you see, all the cars or bikes are moving forward. But once I start moving forward, I don't know what happens. It goes into a different view, and then I don't really understand what's happening over here. I'm able to move, okay, but I don't know what is the angle in which it's actually showing this screen currently, right? Something to do with the camera view, or but I like the graphics or other thing which has been created over here. I'm not sure why there is a different direction, right? Why the camera direction is different, I'm not sure. Other things are working over here. Why is it showing this view instead of a forward view? I'm not understanding. It is just showing from an opposite direction, I believe. Okay. But the code was generated over here. Okay. In the preview also, you can test it out over here. Okay. Same thing. Don't know what's happening over here. Is the acceleration. This is a slightly different view. This is for the camera view, but you see somewhere it goes for. So this is the game which has been generated. Not sure what's happening. Camera views over here. Okay. So then I tried Solar System 3JS visualization. All code should be in a single file and should run on Chrome browser. I'm very impressed with this, right? This was the visualization which was created, okay, with all the planets, right? And you could actually, you can rotate it, right? You can rotate it and get this view. You can rotate it and get this view. You can scroll to zoom, so you can zoom in. All these functionalities works nicely over here. Maybe the planet colors could be more realistic and the sun may be more realistic, but I like this visualization of solar system. It's Saturn's ring. So this visualization is really nicely done by this particular model. Okay. This was another use case which I tried with Qwen3-Max-Preview. Okay. Now the next one I tried was, they said it is better with broader knowledge and all those stuff, right? You also have a search button over here. They said, who won the US Open Men's Final 2025? What is special about the winner? Predict how many Grand Slams the winner would win in the next 10 years. It says the 2025 US Open has not yet taken place. As today's date is September 11, 2020. I'm not sure what's happening over here because the tournament is over. Somebody has already won it. Okay. I was expecting that it will search for that result and something to do with, I think the searching is not working properly over here. Okay. Right. Again, I asked it with search again enabled or something. It's not working. I think this is a bug somewhere with respect to how search is being used over here. Okay. So that's how it looks like. So they say that this model has better world knowledge, but for some reason it's not there. Okay. Maybe let me ask who won the US Open Men's Final 2024. I'm not sure what is the model cutoff date for this particular model. I'm not doing the search over here. See what happens over here. Okay. So it pulled out Yannick Sinner, US Open. Okay. So I don't know whether it has searched or knowledge cutoff was December 2024 or whatever it is. So we'll ask that knowledge cutoff date. is doing this Sinner era aspect. Okay. So I asked it like, what is your knowledge cutoff date? Let's see. October 2020. Okay. Was it correct regarding US Open out? Yeah. It's, did I see her? Sinner real meditative. Okay. Some kind of hallucination has happened over here. 636475. Okay. For defeated Taylor Fritz. But it is actually pointing over here to Daniel Medvedev. Scores are same, correct, but other things. So some kind of hallucination is happening over here. Probably search has to be enabled for such queries, and it has to work. In this case, it has not worked. Okay. Then I tried another one. I said explain Qwen3-Max like I am 5. So it says, imagine you have a super smart robot friend named Qwen3-Max. This robot is like the biggest, smartest version of all Qwen robots. It's like you had a tiny robot that could help you tie your shoes, and then you have a giant robot that can help you build a Lego castle, write a story about dragons, solve math, do all these things. So Qwen3-Max is really good at understanding what you say and giving you the best answer. Even if your question is super tricky or silly, can a banana wear socks? It will say no. It might tell you a funny story about a banana trying on socks. So yeah, Qwen3-Max is equal to super robot brain. So this is how it explains like I am 5. So I like this output, right? Then I wanted to see the physical world understanding. So I said I have an egg, a bottle, a laptop, and a book and a stick. Stack each item individually on top of each other. Good that it says you cannot physically stack all these items individually in a stable or practical way. Okay, because laptop is an electronic item, there shouldn't be anything heavy on top of it, and egg is fragile. I like this response. Ignoring physics, hypothetically, you can build something like this: bottle, book, laptop, stick, egg. So it is actually really good. I've really seen the evolution of LLMs on this question. Initially, it will try to somehow forcefully fit older LLMs. The newer LLMs are giving more sensible answer to this kind of questions. Okay. So these are some benchmarks of this particular model. And if you compare it with Kimi K2 or DeepSeek V1, Claude Opus for non-thinking, the scores are much better across benchmarks. Okay. That is what they say over here. I think the same figure is present over here also. This model is available on Open Router as well. Okay. And the pricing for this model is something like this, right? For I think it has a context of 252K input tokens. And based on the input token size, you have this input price per million tokens. Okay. So 0 to 32K input tokens is 86 cents. 32K to 128K input tokens is $1.4 per million tokens. 128K to 252K input tokens is $2. Okay. This pricing is somewhat close to frontier models. So this model is also available on their API. So this is the pricing of the API, right? For the output, it is like $3, $5, $8 per million tokens. Okay. So this pricing is somewhat closer to frontier models. That's what I would say over here. And then, some people say that this new Qwen3-Max model is more creative than GPT-5 and GPT-OSS 120p. An example is provided over here in the design arena. Okay. For a prompt, make a cool, complex, unique circular pattern. The result should feel artistic, original, and visually striking. For that, this was the visualization created by Qwen3-Max-Preview compared to Grok 4, GPT-OSS 120p, GPT-5 over here. So this is with AnyCoder. So this particular model is available in AnyCoder Hugging Face space from Ekalik. So I said create a Twitter clone, okay, with some tweets on iPhone 17 release. So it just created something like this, right? It didn't create the website, but it tried to create the mobile app visualization like this. So this entire code was generated using, Qwen3-Max-Preview. So you can also try out Qwen3-Max-Preview here on this AnyCoder space from Ekalik. So here you can actually select the model. You have various models available over here. So I have selected Qwen3-Max-Preview. You can actually put your, what you want to do. What would you like to build, right? And you can select various models. So here I have selected Qwen3-Max-Preview. So here I had actually mentioned the Twitter clone app with some tweets on iPhone 17, but it gave something else over here. So this was the clone app which was created, right? I should have put website over here instead of app. I think just because I put app, this got generated. So you can also go and try out this particular model. somebody else has created, with this Anycoder, they have actually created a very creative, elaborative voxel art scene of a pagoda in a beautiful garden with trees. This is what was created. Okay, so this seems to be a good model for various tasks. Okay, even though some of the tasks it could not get it proper, but you can go and check out if this model is really useful for you. You can try it on Qwen Chat, you can try it on Anycoder, and if you want to use the API, you can use the API on Qwen, Qwen's official API for your tasks. Hope this video on Qwen3-Max-Preview is useful for you. One thing to be noted is that they are not yet mentioned about releasing this model as open weights model. All their previous models they have released as open weights, but there are no mention of releasing this particular model as open weights. So this is a short video on Qwen3-Max-Preview Instruct. I hope this video is useful to you. See you in another video.